Facebook, YouTube, and the whole world out there that's watching this. Welcome to Top Shelf. Oh, I'm already messing up. Top Shelf Talk with my friend Larry Bush.
Hey, sir. Good morning.
Hey, I
Good
am
morning, everyone. It's
so
so
excited to have
I'm
you.
so excited to be here. What an honor, what a pleasure to be here. Thank you so much for having
Let me tell you, Larry,
me.
there's a few reasons I reached out to you and I wanted you to join us. Number one, I had Larry's kids in
Oh,
school when they were in
you
the
did.
first
They
grade,
loved
Devin
you.
and Tori.
Yep, you were the best.
Well, let me tell you, you guys were the best. When I got into this business, one of my coaches said, who do you want to be? Who do you want to be like in your community? And literally, Larry, you were one of the, you don't
Oh
even
no,
realize
no,
that.
no! Don't say that. You're gonna make
Literally, I swear to
you're gonna make
you,
me cry. Come on, don't do that.
you were literally one of the first people I said.
We can't start off in tears. You can't have me on here crying.
Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. Larry, you were so generous to our school, to my classroom. You were able, because of who you are, because of the person that you are, because of your business, you were able to take care of your kid's teacher and provide things. That was such an inspiration. And you dressed really fancy. And I liked that too.
Yeah, that's a different part of me.
You know what? I love that. And you know what? Let me tell you, my friend Grant Cordone says that's okay. Let me tell you,
Oh, wow.
I like bougie,
Okay.
but you made a difference. I remembered you not because you dress fancy, but I do like that. That's there's reasons we're gonna talk about those reasons of why. There are reasons why I appreciate that.
Okay.
And Grant Cordone says it's okay. But you were so generous. You were so kind. And I was like, I want to be that person. I want to be able to be generous and give back to my community. And you were on that list of people.
Thank you so much. I mean, that means a lot to me. It's kind of got to be a little emotional.
No,
I didn't plan on starting it off like this, but it's just something, I grew up with not a lot at all. And education was so important to me. And I wanted to be actively involved in the schools, be in the classroom with my kids.
You were.
And just reinforce how important education was. And when I got into the classroom, and I had teachers telling me, well, I don't have this and I don't have that. And I was thinking, wow, what kind of education are my kids going to get if the teachers don't have the tools to give them the education that they need, that they deserve? And education has been like the difference in, coming from where I came from to where I'm at to now. And without that education, I wouldn't be here. So I knew I had to lay down that slab and that foundation for them. And also the other kids too, because they were like my kids too, a lot of the kids. I can remember going to Howell and going to recess and, racing with the kids and just, it was just the most fun time of my life. I wish we could go back.
And that's part of what I want to talk about today. My parents worked really hard. My dad was a custodian. My mom was a cook. We lived in a 2-bedroom, 1-bath house. We were happy.
Right.
We were happy. Yeah. My parents had such good work ethic and they were good to the core human beings. And so when I got into this business, and I learned that I had to hustle, like we were talking about a while ago, and I had to go out and get business.
Right.
Number one, I had to have a goal of, I had to look to the future. Right. Who do I want to be? Larry Bush, Johnny Owens. I mean, you guys, I see you. I've seen you my whole life, at least since I've known you. I see what you do for the community. I see who you are. I see your generosity. But another thing too is, what's your why? What's your why? And one of my whys is my parents.
Right.
And where I came from, but also my village.
Right.
And you have, that's number two. So my number two why I want to work hard, why I want things is my village. So number one, my parents and my husband, of course. Number two, my village, the people that played a role in my life. And you being out on that recess grounds, racing with those kids, putting your time, and you and I have talked about that. It's not always money, it's time.
Right, absolutely.
And you that's right, you can't. And you put your time into those children to make them feel good. And you played a village to a lot of people.
Yeah, but they did as much for me as I did for them. I mean, I got more out of it than they did. Something I actually look forward to because I was those kids at one time. And I can remember having people that grew up in my community that influenced me, that took, as you said, time to be with me and show me different things and just be in there.
Who was your village? Who was yours?
Really, my grandmother growing up, she raised me, her and my grandfather, and just seeing her get up and go to work. Like I said, I don't remember a day that she missed of work. And I know there was days where she got up where she didn't feel well, she didn't want to go, and she cleaned toilets for a living. She was a housekeeper.
Mhm.
And so she really had played a big part of my why and who I am today just by her work ethic. I literally haven't missed a day of work in like 5 years. And
Oh, I know.
and
I see you. I'm like, hey, Larry. And you're like, hey, 5 hours later. Hey, sorry, I was working. I'm like,
Right.
hey, look, I know what that's like. People text me, and at the end of the
Right.
day, I'm like, I'm so sorry.
Me too.
I didn't see it, or I was on a call and it came through, or
Right.
whatever. But
Yeah.
I
But
get
it's
it.
not work for me. I love what I do. I love
Absolutely.
interacting. It's something that I look forward to. And
Absolutely.
even days when I don't feel like getting up, it's like being around people and just hearing their stories and just their energy. I really feed off of. So I look forward to it. Even when I'm feeling bad, I'm feeling down. Customers and people in the community, they lift me up and they inspire me and motivate me. So
I
my
love
grandma,
that.
yeah. So my grandmother was probably, and then my grandfather was like the biggest OU football fan. The only time he ever cried in his life is when OU lost the game. I can't remember the game exactly. And then my dad played a role too. He's a big OU football. So all I ever wanted to do as a kid just play football for OU.
And you did.
I did.
So I've learned a lot. And again, I don't know everything,
Mhm.
but I even told you recently
Mhm.
that I have evolved as a person
Awesome.
since being in real estate. Being around those people
Mhm.
that I love that you use the word energy. You feed off people's energy,
Right.
because I am very much into energy.
I am too.
You've got great energy. And
Thank
then
you.
that's another reason why I just always, I just think of Larry as the
Mhm.
epitome of
I
success
don't know about
because of that,
Mhm.
because of the energy, the generosity, your time that you put into people,
Mhm.
but also discipline.
Right.
That is a huge
Mhm.
piece of being successful, and I've
It is.
learned that, and that's hard. Sometimes that's hard, and so I love that you
Mhm.
used your why, your village, your
Mhm.
grandmother, your grandfather, your dad, um, to drive that
Mhm.
discipline,
Absolutely.
because it takes discipline
It does.
to go to school and play football.
It does. It takes a lot of discipline, time management, and that's probably the biggest thing I learned from college and just going to class, getting up at 6 every morning for breakfast, and then having to go to class, go to study, have film, and getting home at 10, 11 o'clock at night, and then you got to get up at 6 again. So I learned how to manage my time, and it taught me how to time manage, so that now that I'm in the real world, it's like, how do I prioritize what I got to do for every day? So I have a schedule that I set, and I try to stick to it. Sometimes I get thrown off, and as when you're a business owner, sometimes business happens and people call you
Absolutely.
and you had something planned. It's like, okay, I got to readjust. And it also taught me how to be flexible too, as well. You have to be flexible. And, but yeah, so I've learned a lot and I'm still learning.
Oh, absolutely. Oh,
Yeah.
You learn every day.
Absolutely.
In our world, if you're an entrepreneur, a business owner, self-employed,
Right.
like you said, scheduling,
Right. Right.
that's so
tough.
hard. That
That's-
is the hardest piece, I think, for a
It
lot
is.
of for us in real estate.
Mhm.
A lot of my colleagues, we all really struggle, but all the experts and all the most successful people say you got a time block, you got to stick to that as best you
Right.
can, you got to prioritize, like you said,
Mhm.
and that is so hard.
It is.
But playing football,
Mhm.
playing football and going to school helped you with that.
Absolutely.
Obviously, it
Just-
helped me with that. Being a teacher kind of helped me with
Right.
that. I'm actually getting back to my teacher ways of scheduling.
That's
Actually,
awesome.
it's kind of
awesome.
weird. It's kind of random, but
Right.
anyway. So tell us about football. You played
Right.
at OU.
Yep. Played it.
What'd you play? I know nothing, so you're gonna have to tell
Right.
me all about it,
Right,
Larry.
right,
Tell
right.
us. Tell us. Those of us that have.
Yeah.
See, I cry at the band. I cry at the OU band.
Oh wow.
You. Okay, so before the game,
Mhm.
the band marches down the street and
Yeah.
they come into the
Yeah.
stadium. That's
Yeah.
my absolute most special thing in the world.
Boomer Sooner.
Boomer Sooner.
Yep, hear that.
When I hear those
Yeah,
trombones,
man, kick in.
that trombone.
Oh man.
You ask my husband, he's like, "Are you kidding me? You're
Right.
literally like tearing up right now." I'm like, "You don't
Yeah,
know."
Right.
So I get it.
Yeah, for me it was my grandfather on the weekends. He worked for a realtor, so he
Mhm.
clean out houses, renovate houses, and get them ready to sell. Or when
Yep.
someone moved out, so we'd be Seminole, Ada, we'd be everywhere. And on the weekend, all I can remember is Boomer Sooner, that playing because we
Love it.
listened to every song, and so it really meant a lot to me. And it drew
Mhm.
back to those years, just being able to go out with him on the weekends and work. Hearing that song really inspired me and motivated. And probably one of the most inspiring things for me now is just, he he passed away right before I went to OU, so he didn't get to
Oh,
experience that.
Larry.
So it's
Yeah.
still like that. Him not being there for that time, it's like to me, I'm still trying to, make him proud because I know he's looking down on me. And but yeah, so hearing that song,
That hits.
yeah, it does.
Oh, Larry,
It-
God.
yeah.
Why are we crying today?
I
Stop.
know, right?
Oh, God.
That's how we started out.
That's right.
But just that inspires me, motivates me, and it just excites me, especially when I was playing.
Yeah.
Just to hear, the game starts, boom, as soon as the song kicks in, and you just kind of block everything out and forget everything. But I started my first year there. My first 2 years there, I was actually safety,
Okay.
and I came in as a true freshman. I had the opportunity to start and play as a true freshman.
Okay.
So that
Awesome.
was just a blessing.
Yeah.
And then my last 2 years, the coach decided he wanted to go a different way in defense, so he moved me to corner, which is a position I never played before. But hey, I got an opportunity to start and play
Sure.
for OU, so and contribute and help my team. So it was
That's
exciting.
awesome. Okay, so I'm not going to age you, and I'm not going to age myself.
Right.
But what year was this?
92 to 95. Not
That's
the most
awesome.
memorable years from OU.
Nope.
But
Hey, so that's funny
Mhm.
because, okay, so I might have been like 10 at the time.
right.
That's okay,
Oh,
9 or 10.
oh.
But it's funny because that's special because my most memorable OU moments was watching it with my dad and my
Mhm.
Uncle Wayne at my grandparents'
Oh,
house.
wow.
And I had
Great
these
memories.
in around the early 90s. So that's kind of badass that you were there.
Yeah, that's
I
awesome.
think
Not
that's
a lot of people were watching OU football.
no, we
back then.
were. No, we were because we were OU, or my parents and my
Right.
grandpa was.
Uh-huh.
And I had these giant, I got them at like a garage sale,
Uh-huh.
giant ball earrings.
Oh,
Now,
wow.
mind you, I'm this little 9-year-old little girl
With these big old balls.
with these big old giant ball OU
OU
earrings.
Awesome.
And I had this little pin that you push.
Oh, wow. Wow. That's awesome.
So that is kind of cool that I was watching you.
Right. You just didn't know.
And I had no idea that you were going to
Yeah.
be my friend.
Right.
25. How old am I? Oh my God. Like 30 years later.
Right. It's
That's
funny how life kind
insane.
of brings people together.
So
That's awesome.
that has also, I'm sure, played a role in a lot of your success.
Mhm.
People like to know that if you're, I don't care what kind of athlete you are, if you're
Mhm.
an athlete, you have discipline and hard work in your soul. It is what it is.
You have to, especially at that level.
Absolutely. Oh,
At
100%.
that level.
Absolutely. I unfortunately had to choose for myself at the time between golf and school. I chose school.
That's awesome.
I couldn't do both.
I cannot play golf.
I couldn't do both.
I need some work on that. You got to.
We'll help you out. I'll help you out. I'll take you out.
Yeah,
Yep, we'll
you got
get
to
you
give
out
us some
here.
lessons.
I'm kind of surprised that I don't see you at the country club. You need to come hang out at the country club with us.
I know. It just, I'm always working.
You are.
I'm always working, and my customers are always calling me, and I don't know if it's me having a feel for them needing me or what it is, or vice versa. We go back and forth, but just being there for them is a lot of these people. I don't have family here per se.
Sure.
I'm from Ada, and everybody
Yeah.
it's kind of dispersed out, so it's just me as far as except for my kids
Sure.
here. So my customers are like my family,
Absolutely.
and they literally like call me, and I'm like, it's 11 o'clock at night. Why is this person calling me? But
Yeah.
that's just how it's always been with me.
It
That
is.
relationship with them. So
Relationship's so important.
Mhm.
But do you know how many deals I have closed on a golf course?
right, yep, that's what
Larry,
everybody tells me. I know that's what
Come
everybody tells me.
on.
Yeah, now I've done some benefit, golf tournaments, and I'll just ride in the cart, and just that's be like a caddy, if you will.
Okay,
But-
so I'm gonna hold you to something then.
Okay.
Right here on live.
All
By
right.
the way, we've had a lot of people looking at this. So
Okay, great.
okay, so I am on the Lawton Athletic Foundation
That's awesome.
for the Lawton Public Schools.
That's awesome.
Every year we have a big, huge golf tournament,
Right.
the Gridiron.
Yep.
I'm gonna make you come run around on the golf cart with me.
Okay.
You're gonna shake some hands.
Sounds awesome. I'm looking forward to it.
I need some big names this year. You're a big name. You're a
I don't know about
community
that,
leader.
but-
You are. You're a community leader.
I don't know about
We
that.
need some
Thank you,
community
though.
athletic community leaders out there
I'll be there.
shaking hands and getting donations. And so I don't need money. I don't want your money. I want your time.
I'll definitely.
So I'm gonna make you do that,
I'll do it.
and
I'm looking
you're
forward to
gonna come hang out and drive around. I'll let you drive the golf cart.
Oh wow. Okay. I'm definitely.
I'm
going
just
now.
kidding. I'm kidding.
You gotta teach me how to hit some balls.
I
too.
will absolutely. We've got a great range out there. I've got plenty of golf clubs around, so you're ready. We're ready.
I'm left-handed now, so I know there's not a lot of left-handed clubs.
You know what? I know a few left-handed people that
Is that
I
right?
know that I can get some clubs from. So
Okay,
we're
that's
good. We're easy.
in, I'm in.
All right, we're gonna do it. But with that
Awesome.
being said, though, you're You being a student athlete
Mhm.
with that discipline, with that hard work and those work ethics, that plays such a huge role, I'm sure, to your clients knowing that they're going to be taken care of.
Yeah,
Their needs are going to be taken care of. You're going to find the best deal for them.
I tried to. I tried to.
And I love that I just learned that you are Larry Bush
Mhm.
Insurance Agency. I knew that,
Right.
but you are an independent broker.
Independent broker. I started out with the company, with the employer, if you will, working for them farmers, and I was able to sell my farmers agency, and then use that to start my own business. But it hadn't been for my clients and having that clientele base, I
That
wouldn't have been
trusted you
that. Absolutely,
because
and
of
I trust
who
that.
you are, because of who you are and how you grew up.
Yeah. And so being able to use that and being able to leverage that has helped me start my own business. So it allows me to find the best deal, the best company, and the best fit for the customer instead of just placing them somewhere where they have to be, but
Right.
I can find the best fit for them. And that's really been a goal of mine, is just trying to do what's best and what's right for my customers and people in the community.
Absolutely.
And that's it. You're somewhat limited when you work for a company. I mean, I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but the
Sure.
insurance has been just a blessing for me.
Sure.
And when I heard the story, Steve Owens is how I got into insurance.
Okay.
And
Yes.
he was playing golf. So he used to play golf after football. And
Yes.
he'd be at the golf course every day playing golf. And he said there was a guy that always came up to the golf course with a brand new Benz, brand new Jaguar. And he told his buddies, he asked his buddy, he said, "What does that guy do for a living?" Because it seems like he never works, but he always has this nice car and he's always playing golf. And they said insurance. So he said, "Okay, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do insurance." And when Steve shared that story with me, I knew Steve was just a multimillionaire. And I was like, okay, I'm not gonna be Steve Owens. And people reminded me, like, you're not gonna be Steve. Nobody's gonna buy insurance for me. But I was like, you know what? If I could just be on his path and just get a slight portion of the success that he had or experience that. That's kind of how I got into it.
That's awesome.
And it's a golf story, so you can
it is. I'm telling you, everything goes down on a golf course.
Man, I know.
Everything.
I know. Now make me feel like I've been missing out.
You are. We're gonna get you out.
I don't know how many more years I got left.
Are you kidding me? Whatever. You're ready. You got this. You got this. We're gonna get you on the golf course. It is so fun. The relationships that you build out there are just phenomenal. And they're and people like Johnny Wilson, Ernie Altick.
Oh, wow, great.
Those are my village. I tell people, Johnny Wilson, if you're listening to me, he paid me a really great compliment recently, and I turned around and I said, "Johnny, my happiness comes from the people that raised me, and you were one of those people. A lot of the golfers at the country club raised me. They were my accountability.
Right.
Those are the people that I want to make proud." Now,
absolutely.
There's also some other things why I like to be successful. Number one, I like Christian Louboutin.
There you go.
I like Alexander McQueen.
Yeah, those things certainly motivate you.
They do.
Yeah, absolutely.
But those are the back burner of there's nothing better than hearing someone say, "I'm proud of you."
Oh, absolutely.
And your village saying, "I'm proud of you."
Absolutely. And
when you can reciprocate that and give back to those people that put into you, it's really freaking special.
It does. It's very rewarding.
It is. And so, I don't know. I just, like I said, Johnny Wilson, Ernie Altick, some of my college professors, I tell them they're my village, my aunts, my uncles, my cousins. I mean, I was very fortunate to have a family unit. My cousin Blaine, he's kind of like your grandfather. I wish Blaine was here to see,
tough.
Man, it's really tough.
It is.
Because
they're up there cheering
absolutely,
for you.
Because he's the one that was there on the golf course with me. And my dad, of course, and my uncles, but you do things for, you just want to make people proud of you.
Yeah.
And we are very fortunate to have that.
Yeah.
And I've shared with you when I reached out to you and I said, "Larry, I really want you to do this because."
And thank you so much for having me.
I'm just so excited because I do see your role that you play in the community, and I want to be that person in the community. I want to work hard so I can provide and take care of those people that were my village, like you do. And, at the same time, I feel like the kids, my number three why is my students, my past students. Cameron, if you're listening to me, she's that girl. Let me tell you, she is now. I had her in 7th grade.
Oh wow,
She
what a
is
great relationship.
absolutely. We're still very close. She is a barber in like the Norman, Oklahoma City area. I love you, Cameron.
Oh,
You
awesome.
are one of my whys.
That's awesome.
But I reached out to you, Larry, because man, I I got to figure out how to be a village to some of our babies that need a village.
Well, that's $1 million question. I wish I had the answer for that.
I know it.
And
I do too.
It started for me just, being in the schools, being around the schools, and just trying to spend as much time in the schools and be around kids as much as I couldn't. For me, that was a great avenue for me to get in with some of these kids. And a lot of them that I've coached since they were in 2nd grade, most of my son's age and my daughter's age, but they were like kids to me.
Yeah.
And we spent hours, working out, training and lifting,
Yeah.
and using sports as kind of a vehicle to get inside of their lives and be a part of their lives. And I think I've made a difference in a lot of them. A lot of them still reach out to me today.
Absolutely.
And ask me, for various things or different stuff, but they're like my kids now. I've had
They
them
are.
for, some of them 15, 20 years.
Absolutely.
And they still reach out to me, and they have no idea that them reaching out to me means more than anything. Just to know that you had that kind of impact and influence, because that so many others had that type of role in your life. So
absolutely,
so rewarding. And I wish, you always feel like you need to do more, or you could do more, and it's just like, what else can you do? And for me, early on, it was just throwing money at the problem and issues, and it was like a penny in the bucket. Didn't really do that much, but really, it's just being there for them. I found it's been the most rewarding thing.
It's rewarding for you. It drives you. It drives you to just. It makes you feel good on the inside.
Absolutely.
And you've done such a good job of that.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
I want, and myself, including myself.
Right.
This is just as much me. I want to try to, brainstorm some ways that we can get involved and provide a village for some of our kids. Right. I look back and I think of my Lamont and my Braylon and my Nick. Would things be different if they would have had a larger village? And
absolutely.
And how do we give that to them? And I don't know the answer. We don't know the answer.
That's like $1 million
but I'm
question.
reaching out to you guys in the world, and I'm asking you, if you've got ideas, help us, because we love these kids. We love our community.
Absolutely.
We want our babies happy, because we had accountability. We had those people to love us and take care of us, to drive us in great directions.
Right.
How do we play that role? And so other community leaders, if you know ways of doing that, help us to help, because I know there's
a lot of resources out there.
I think there are.
We just got to get together, I think.
I think so, for sure. But I tell you what, let me tell you, I see you. The community sees you, Larry. They see what you have done for the world. And then my number 4 why, I probably have way more whys than I should why, but mean people.
Yeah,
Larry, I don't like mean people.
I've always had that. I mean, there's always been, so to speak, mean people or haters, and I love them just as much as anyone else, because they need the love more.
They need love more.
And I always hear stories. It's that a day doesn't go by where it's, Larry, somebody said this, and I just want to just reach through and just hug them and just love them, because they need to know more than anybody else what love is.
Do you know, you
passion and what inspiration is, because they're missing that, and it still motivated and inspires me, because if you're getting that type of attention from somebody, then you must be doing something right. And so it just motivates and inspires me to do even better, to wake up, an hour earlier, to run a mile longer, and to do that much more. I love those people. I mean, Larry, I really do. Somebody has to love them, because that's what's missing. And they don't have the love. And if you don't have the love and the passion, then life is going to be hard.
It's so hard.
And you're going to be upset.
You make it sad.
You're going to be right.
It's sad.
And so we need to reach those people as much as they hate on us or mean to us. So so I use it as a motivational tool more than anything else, than to get bogged down, because people have always told me, you're not going to be this, you're not going to do that. I hear that every day, and it's just,
you've showed them.
It's not me, it's God. I always say he's using me as a vehicle or vessel and he keeps using me.
I love it.
And so it's like the more people hate on me, it's like the better. Now there are some influential people that hate sometimes that can, can really hurt you, and they do. But hey, you got to be a rubber band.
And you just keep being you.
Yeah,
You keep being you,
absolutely.
and you let other people figure that out.
Yeah, you don't stoop to their level. I never
No.
do. Yeah.
No.
It's like they say about the Eagles. They never come down. They stay up
I
there.
love that.
So
I
always
love
try
that.
to stay above all that nonsense.
So you literally just, I don't know if you heard I just took this deep breath and I
Right.
let this demon go.
You gotta you have to.
You
You have
literally
to.
just let me help this demon go
You have
because
to.
I literally just released him just now. I
You
think
have
you
to.
all just heard me sigh
You have to.
and just take this giant deep breath.
'Cause
Larry,
he needs it more than
you're absolutely right. You're right.
And you can't, when you stoop to their level, it's like
No, you don't do that.
Yeah, you reinforce what they're doing. Like,
Absolutely.
oh, it's working. I'm getting to it.
No, absolutely. No.
Yeah.
No. No. I'm not that. I don't like confrontation.
Me either.
I am
Me
non-confrontational.
either.
People are like,
Not
"Why
at
don't you say
all.
something?" I ain't saying anything.
Right.
But
And most
I
people think
wanna-
that I am. Because
yeah.
my football background. But to
Mm-mm.
me, it was about passion
Yeah.
and just being competitive.
Yep.
It wasn't about trying to hurt someone. Or,
No.
I mean, it looked like I was knocking somebody else out or myself, but it's really, hey, this is my job.
This is what I
had to do.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to school to do. I can't help that. That's
Right.
awesome.
Yep.
That's so funny.
Yep.
Well, you're right, and you do want to love them because they are lacking that.
They are.
And keep them in your prayers. That's what you got to do.
Keep them in your prayers.
But that does come with doing things right. If you're doing, and that's hard to accept.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard. It's been one of the hardest things for me.
Yeah, because you want to retaliate. You want to.
I want to say, why? I'm really nice.
And defend yourself or feel like you have to
I don't know. Really
but you're
nice.
already doing it.
Yeah, and that's what people see.
Yeah.
And the most important people in your life know that.
Right. The people that know and love you.
Absolutely.
They're not going to listen to what someone else is saying.
And typically the people that you want to surround yourself with.
Absolutely. That's important.
Are capable enough to know to know.
Absolutely.
They make their own choices.
You have to reinforce yourself that sometimes, or for me, I have to go lift weights or run.
Yeah.
Work up that energy.
So you work out.
I do.
It's
therapy for me.
So yes, I went to a training yesterday. John Kitchens. Do you know John Kitchens?
I don't.
So John's from here. He's in real estate. He's actually a coach now.
Oh, awesome.
And he just moved back to Oklahoma City. Long story short, I went and listened to him yesterday. And he was talking about, like setting goals to the extreme. I mean, just
you're not going to reach, but you're always reaching
but you're
for it.
always reaching for it. And as long as you keep reaching, you're going to keep exceeding your smaller goals.
Right.
And I love that. I love that. And
I love that too.
One of the things that he was saying was, not just in your professional life, but in your personal life.
Absolutely.
Try to find things, and push yourself to do things that you said you never do. And so one of the things that he did was he got into marathons.
Oh, wow.
And riding bikes. Now, I'm sorry, John, if you're listening to this, I don't know the terms, but he cycles.
Oh, wow.
And goes a long way.
Wow.
And he said, somebody just texted me one day. I was like, hey, you want to do this? He was like, why would I want to do that?
Right.
But it was a challenge, and it was a challenge to him, and he did it. Right. And it's like, okay.
I don't know about the marathon.
But he did talk about how therapeutic it is.
It is.
And very how, doing things in your personal life and challenging yourself in those ways really helps you motivate you in your professional life as well. Like it goes hand in hand.
It does. And the health aspect, just being able to have the energy to do what I do. If I didn't run, if I didn't lift, I wouldn't be able to get up and do all the things that I'm required to do every day. I would be just in bed all day, sleeping, tired, exhausted. But I have that stamina and that endurance from just working out. So the more I take care of myself, my health wise, and in better shape, the more I can do and more I can give back and help people. Okay, so I'm gonna get you on a golf course. Okay, you tell me where to start at a gym. I don't know what to do. I go in there and I'm like, ew, this is hard. And I usually run. I'm like, I'll go. Tough. I would. The last time I was a member, getting started is the hardest part. It is. And I don't know what I'm doing. Probably just need to get a coach. I get a coach and everything else. Why not get a coach? But I would go, what's the Planet Fitness? The last time I had a membership there,
And I got on the stairs and I took about 2 steps on that stairs.
Right.
And I said, you know what? I'm going to go get in these massage chairs.
There you go.
And I just sat in the massage chair for an hour. I just
Yeah.
kept putting, I was like, I'd go back up to the front. I said, can I get a token? And he's like, you've already had like 10. I'm like, it's okay. You know what? This is
Right.
so,
But
but
you got started. You got in there.
I quit drinking 3 weeks, well, 4 weeks ago.
Congratulations.
I'm loving
That's
it.
awesome.
So top
That's
shelf
awesome.
talk.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I'm not drinking forever, but for a 90-day cleanse, that's my challenge.
That's awesome.
I'm doing a 90-day challenge in my business and in my life. And
That's awesome.
no drinking for 90 days.
That's incredible. Congratulations on that.
Try not to drink soda. Larry,
That's
it's
tough.
hard.
That's tough.
It's so delicious.
That's tough. It is. It is tough.
So I told Larry a while ago, I said, look, I quit drinking. I'm slowing down on my soda, not quitting,
great.
but I've just cut down a lot. And now I have cravings for freaking brownies.
Oh, wow.
I've never had cravings for candy, chocolate, anything until I
Yeah.
quit drinking and drinking soda.
So your body feels like it needs fulfilled that whatever you're
Yeah.
taking away from it by something else. But
Mhm.
how do you replace brownies? I don't even know what.
I don't
to
think
replace
there's
brownies.
anything in the
Yeah,
world that can
brownies.
replace a walnut brownie.
I love brownies.
I do.
Sweets are kind of my Achilles heel.
So you like sweets?
I do love sweets. So it's hard for me. So I try to stay away from sweets as much as
Yeah.
possible because I know that
Yeah.
once I get started, it's like the whole bag of cookies is gone.
What about fried foods?
I did love fried foods, but I've been able to wean myself away from that.
Yeah. French fries?
Running is probably the biggest health benefit for me because
Yeah.
when I eat bad, I feel terrible running.
Okay.
And so
Yeah.
when I'm running, it's like, why did I eat that? Why?
So what do you eat? What is there left to eat?
That
If you're not
really-
eating brownies and you're not eating fried
Right.
foods, Larry, what is there?
Right?
What?
right.
How do you survive?
I-
No
I-
wonder you're working so hard. Like,
Yeah,
because you're
I'm
not eating.
I'm not a vegan, but I've become more vegan-like. as I've
Okay.
gotten older. So
Okay.
I've cut
Very
out
cool.
A lot of meat, but I'll eat a lot of chicken, grilled chicken.
Okay.
Mainly like grilled chicken is what I really
Okay,
like. That's
okay.
really what I eat the most.
Awesome.
Then I try to incorporate more greens. I've
Yeah.
gotten more greens.
How do you cook the greens?
Just I really like salads. Is how I
Okay.
get my greens. But the biggest thing for me is probably water. I try to drink.
Ugh.
My goal is 100 ounces of water a day,
Okay.
and that fills me up so that I'm not.
That's good.
And that could help you with your craving.
Okay.
too.
I'll do that. I like lemon water.
That's the best.
I love lemon water.
Lemon water is the best.
My body knows when I need some lemon water, actually. Like my body, like a lot of times
You just reminded me. I need lemon water. need some
I
lemon.
don't have lemon. I thought I had lemon. I don't have lemon. I cannot give you lemon today. But next
Yeah.
time you come, I'll have lemon because I always
Gotcha.
have it.
It's all right.
It went bad because I didn't have enough of it.
That's
Well, I
right.
bought a big old thing of it and they go bad fast.
Yeah, they do. They don't last
So
forever. You gotta eat 'em.
no, I really was but I couldn't do it fast enough. Couldn't do it fast enough.
Gotcha.
I'm just making excuses, and I said I was going to quit doing that.
Yeah.
So
Hey, it's easy to do that.
no excuses.
Right.
I can do it. I'm going
Right.
to do it. That's what I try to
You can
tell
do it.
our
You can do it.
agents.
You can do it.
I can do it. It's a
You can do it.
mindset.
Right.
So that's kind of my new challenge is no more brownies too.
Mhm.
I had some fried pickles yesterday.
Ooh, those are good. Those are
Larry.
good. It's hard to say no to. Fried pickles, cheese sticks,
Oh,
all of those.
mozzarella cheese sticks.
Oh, I love them.
Let's stop
Well,
talking about it.
Right, you're right.
I'm sorry. I brought it up,
We
didn't I?
have to. And I'm always hungry too. So
I know. So
I got
just
blo-
drink water.
yeah, I got to take a drink of water.
So yes, take a drink of water. I've got nothing. I got a big old giant jug the other day at Walmart. It's in my truck. Have
Mhm.
I drank any of it? Nope.
Oh wow.
But you know what? I will today. I will drink that whole jug today, and I'm going to get back on here and I'm going to show you
Right.
Okay.
You're gonna feel the difference.
for sure. I already am. I'll tell you, it has helped with my clarity.
Mm-hmm.
Not drinking alcohol.
Right.
It has helped. I do feel better. Like I'm staying up a little bit later.
Gotcha.
Used to, I'd be like, I'm ready to go to bed at
Mhm.
6:00. I'm ready. I'm done.
Mhm.
And
So you have
so
more energy.
I do, and I'm working later, but I'm
Mhm.
doing things that I like. It's not because it's hard,
Right.
but
You like them. You drawn to them.
yes.
Yeah.
And I just kind of like, oh, this is something I could do. But anyway,
You got you.
so yeah, I'm on that path. I'm working hard.
That's great. That's awesome.
Small goals, small
There you go.
goals. Larry, is there anything that you want to tell the world today? Because
Wow.
the last time I did this, we had like 600 something views in like the first few hours.
Right.
So is there anything that you want to tell those potential 600 people that are going to see this in the next couple of hours?
Just thanks for viewing or looking in.
Yeah.
And that's really I really don't have any profound
Okay.
advice or to
Nope,
give.
you don't have to give
Just-
advice.
I think actions speak louder than words. so-
Absolutely. realtors, can we send people to you?
Absolutely. I have great homeowners rates right now.
Okay. Oh, really?
I do have some really competitive
I love
companies
it.
that have great homeowners rates. And the
Auto.
good thing about them, auto, I've always specialized in
You love
auto.
auto.
Yeah.
You got it. I
always
could feel.
leave it-
I could feel that.
I,
I
you know,
said auto, and you got
yeah,
excited.
I did.
I was like, "Woo!"
I've been blessed. I've been fortunate to do well in autos.
Okay.
And of course, I love cars. 2 cars are my passion.
Yeah.
I love cars.
Oh, I remember. Okay, so I don't remember what you had, but I
Mhm.
remember you having a fancy car.
Yeah, I had a Ferrari. I had a 612 Ferrari, and it was like my dream car.
What?
It's really more because of my son. My son knows more about cars than
That's
anybody.
awesome.
And he's like, "Dad, you should get this." And I was like, "Okay, I'll get it," just because of him.
That's awesome.
And just being able to get it for him and him to be able to experience it.
That is awesome. I remember it being
Yeah.
fancy. I don't know cars.
Oh, I love cars.
Steven wants a Lambo.
There you go. There you go.
I literally got him a model car Lambo for
There you go.
Christmas. I ordered it on eBay, or he did actually did it for
Gotta
himself.
love the Italians.
It's orange, and I was like, "That's perfect because I'm EXP, and EXP is orange blue." So I
There
was
you
like,
go.
"You know what?" And he's like, "No, you're not putting your sign on my car." I was like, "Okay, it's fine."
used for business.
Absolutely, it is what I said. I could write that Lambo
There you
off.
go.
So that is my 2-year goal.
There you go. That's a great goal. To
It
have.
is. So I'm gonna
They
get him a
motivate me.
Lambo.
There you go.
I like my little Infinities, but
He can get his Lambo. You can get your Lugies. There you go.
yes. Oh yes.
That's gonna happen.
You know what? I love my. I was gonna wear mine before, and I just went barefoot. I was like, you know what? That's fine.
Hey, be comfortable.
The fact that you knew who Alexander McQueen was, though,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I thought that was kind of badass. I was like,
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
might be best friends
Yeah,
now.
fashion is bad. When I was in grade school, I'd be just drawing like sketches of like clothing and I don't know why I was so attracted to fashion and at a very young age. And even to this day, it definitely, like you said, it's one of my whys. I love
it.
I love fashion, and I catch hell for it a lot of
Yeah.
time because why are you buying this? Why are you doing that? But it's
Because
hey,
you
I'm at work
can.
every day.
Absolutely. And that is something that I wanted to address. That's another thing too. That's
Mhm.
what I keep saying this because I'm trying to
Right.
get my people to read this book. Okay. I'm
There you
telling
go.
it, my
Be
agents,
obsessed.
and this is for everybody. This isn't just for real estate, but be
Mhm.
obsessed or be average.
I'm about to read that.
It's so good. Grant Cardone,
Mm-hmm.
he's my favorite human ever. Like he
Awesome.
he gets me fired up, and I read him every day.
Awesome.
But we were in Vegas. It's been probably 6 months ago,
Mhm.
and we were with some of Steven's coworkers, and
Mhm.
they were like, "Hey, Steven, you need to go buy her that that purse that she wants."
Mhm.
I don't want Steven to buy me that purse.
There you go.
I want to buy that purse.
Right.
I don't need Steven. I don't
Right.
want it gifted to me.
There you
I'm
go.
working. I'm working hard.
Right.
I'm putting in the hours. I'm putting in the
Right.
time. I'm taking care of people.
Right.
I want to be able to do that for myself.
Absolutely. There's nothing wrong with
There
that.
is Grant Cardone says there's nothing wrong with it.
Nothing wrong with
He
it.
says there's nothing wrong with that, and I love
agree.
that.
I agree.
I love it because
Agree.
I'm doing it for me. I do a lot of things for a lot of people. I'm able to take care of my parents. I'm able to be generous. You are too, because I
Mhm.
watched you do it, and that inspired me to be able to do those things.
Mhm.
But we got to do things for ourselves, Larry.
Yeah, you do. You got to take care.
You
of
got to
yourself.
take care of yourself too, and there
Mentally,
is
physically.
absolutely nothing
Right.
wrong with that. That's that
I-
real talk I was wanting to talk about. It's
Yeah,
real talk.
that
We can do
is.
things for ourselves too.
We can. We have to.
You have to.
From a mental health
Absolutely,
standpoint and just well-being
absolutely.
and it motivates you and inspires you to do other things too for other
Mhm.
people. But
It
yeah,
does.
you have to take care of yourself.
Sometimes, and if those are the little things that we like, then by golly, it's okay.
It's okay. There's nothing wrong with it.
But
So many
we're
people have made it or
like a
try to make it-
stigma.
right, a stigma.
Uh-uh.
That's a good way to
We
put it.
fancy because we work hard.
There you go.
Well, I'm just learning to be fancy. I'm not that fancy. I'm really not. Like right now, I'm wearing my Sam's jeans.
There you
Okay,
go. Hey,
I'm
hey,
pretty sure I got this shirt from like Target.
there you go.
So, but I love my
Yeah.
purses and my shoes and my leather jackets.
I love that.
I love All Saints at Caesar's
All
Palace.
Saints. Yep.
Love All Saints. I thought I lost this yesterday, and
Oh yeah.
I called Steven like almost crying. I said I think I've lost my jacket. I
It's
can't
back
find
in
it.
Back in the closet.
It was in the back of the truck. I just throw it
Oh, wow.
around.
There you go. Just treat it all bad.
Yeah.
and it's
I do
like
now.
a hot fashion jacket.
I know. But I was like literally emotional about it, and he's like, I can tell that this is really bothering. What's up?
Right.
And I said, one of my biggest checks, very first good checks. I
Uh-huh.
treated myself to this.
There you go.
Like the first time that
You got to reward yourself.
I rewarded myself.
Mhm.
This means something to me.
Right.
Like this is
It's not
this
just a
jacket.
jacket.
It's not just a
It
jacket.
represents a point in time in your life where you accomplished something.
100%.
Yeah.
And so, you know, I think a lot of times people look at people that are a little bit flashy the wrong
Mhm.
way. And if they really knew people's story,
Right. Absolutely.
if they know where they came from,
Right.
and they know what
Absolutely.
they're doing now,
Mhm.
and I think that's why I admired you so much,
Mhm.
is I did know where you had come from.
Mhm.
I knew that you worked hard. I knew you had discipline. I knew you had that village to
Yeah.
motivate you. And so I admired the presentation of Larry Bush.
Well, I appreciate that.
I
'Cause
I
not everybody did or does, because a lot of people, they do look at it as,
but they don't know.
being flashy, or
They don't know.
yeah, it's like,
If they took the time to know,
mhm.
they would know.
Right, right, and I welcome that. I welcome to
Absolutely.
get a chance to know me. Don't just judge me by what
Absolutely.
you see, but
Correct.
reach out. I'm a very passionate, loving person,
Absolutely.
and that
Very
and my
approachable.
clothes and or my car or whatever I drive is just a reflection of my passion and my love.
Absolutely. It is.
More so than what
Yeah.
you think about being flashy or
It-
however you try to negatively spin it. It's really just love and passion. is what it is.
Absolutely. And your
My
people
car
know
looks
that.
the way that it is because I love that.
Absolutely.
And
It-
you don't have to agree with me.
That's okay.
but
No, you don't have to, but it
It's
does.
from a good place.
It's from a good place. And if people knew that where it comes from the inside,
Mhm.
they might not pass such judgment and be
Right.
proud. And the people in my circle that know me
Mhm.
are excited for me.
Right. They're cheering for you.
They are cheering,
Right.
and they like, oh, I love that, or good
Mhm.
job, or I'm
Mhm.
so proud of you,
Right.
because they know that it's coming from
you
a
came from.
place and where I came from, and just working hard.
Right. And you've really inspired me a lot, just from being that teacher and seeing you
It's fun.
and just knowing about teachers and how they're so greatly unappreciated here in Oklahoma, and to see where you are now.
I appreciate it,
I
Larry.
look at you now and this beautiful house and all
Thank
the
you.
success you've had, and I'm like, okay, she's motivating me. I got to get back.
Let's go. Let's do it.
I got to get back on my game. I got to get back on my grind. and start
Absolutely.
grinding hard,
I
'cause
think you've been grinding
great.
it, but sometimes, you know what? We got to take a little break too. Sometimes I took a break.
That's
I
what I
took
need to
about a
learn.
3-month break. Well, about a 2-month break.
There you go.
Just a minute. Just to,
recharge the batteries.
I did. I recharged, and I'm
Mhm.
feeling great. And sometimes you just got to take a minute.
Yep. I always tell people I'm gonna rest. One day I'm gonna rest for a long time.
You will.
So
You are
that's why I always
going
have
to.
that's why I always have the accelerator all the way to the floor.
That's right. I love that. That's
Yeah.
so good. Okay, we're gonna get you on the golf course.
Sounds great. I'm looking forward
All
to
right, let's do it. You guys are gonna see Larry Bush out on the golf course. Come and
Yeah.
talk to
it.
him.
Don't laugh at me, please.
Oh, we're gonna laugh. No, we're gonna laugh. It's gonna humble you. It's
Right?
gonna bring you
Hey,
down.
Hey, I'm already humbled enough.
You are so humbled.
you
No,
so much. I
you
appreciate
are very humble, very generous. Larry, thank you for coming on.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Sarah, for
you
having me.
for playing a role in so many people's lives. You don't know that people are watching you, that do look up to you, that respect you. I am one of those people, and a
Thank you
lot
so
of people are.
That means a lot.
You don't
so
know.
much to me.
You
It
don't
really
know.
does.
All
'Cause I
right.
hear the negativity too.
It's hard. You do.
Yeah.
I went through a minute, and that's
Mhm.
why I took a minute.
There you go.
I'm fortunate to have coaches and great people around me to say, you just be who you are, because
Right.
if you look around at the people that love you, they're pretty good people.
Yeah.
They're good humans.
And
if-
you're making the world a better place, whether you believe it or not.
I'm trying,
Yeah.
and I know you are too. And we've got a good town of Latin America
Love this community.
we can take care of.
Yeah.
And I think we're on the right track.
Yeah. We're trying.
We're trying.
That's all we can
Larry,
do.
we're
That's all we
trying.
can do.
Larry, thank you.
Thank you so much for having me.
All
Sarah.
right,
It's
you
been a blessing.
guys. Let us know if you need anything. Contact Larry. I should have put his
Please.
phone number on there.
That's
I'll
good.
put his phone number in the comments if you guys want to reach out to
Yeah,
him.
please contact me. I'd love to hear from you.
House, car. Ooh, he gets excited when I say car, auto.
I know, right?
And what else? Anything else?
I do home. I do life insurance too. I do business.
Life, business.
I do it all. Whatever
Okay.
you need, insurance needs, call me.
Call him.
I can take care of you.
Call this guy. Larry, thank you.
Thank you so much.
All right, here we go. Bye, guys.
Bye bye.
See y'all later.